We begin with the storm that rocked the Triad this Friday. Marks 4 years since a tornado ripped through Guilford and Rockingham counties.
East Greensboro was hit particularly hard. Homes, schools, businesses destroyed. 4 years later, some damage remains while others have made repairs.
One woman shared how she and her husband kept their church going after the storm ripped through their building.
It's getting harder to see the scars. Roofs replaced, broken trees and light poles cleared after a tornado left behind destruction in East Greensboro neighborhoods in 2018.
Probably one of the hardest things I've witnessed.
Brandi Rojas grew up here.
There are some areas that still have tarps and things like that on their roof, believe it or not, 4 years later, where they never got it fixed.
And she watched the transformation over the last 4 years.
When I tell you the bounce back of Greensboro has been impeccable, for us to go through something that does not happen here.
She's gone through it herself. The church she and her husband started, Max Life Church, also damaged in the storm.
We got there, my husband literally had to crawl through the trees to even get to our church. And by the time he got there and came back through the trees to get back to the car, all he could do was shake his head.
They almost gave up their ministry, but found motivation in the rubble.
We had a sign on the side of the wall held up by two-sided tape. That sign was still there. And for us, that was a sign that we had to keep going.
Their congregation met at coffee shops and other churches for 2 years before finding this space on Market Street as the pandemic began. The chairs, drums, and soundboard, just some of the things donated to them after the storm. Their congregation grew despite the odds.
Somebody in Georgia said, you know, if you could just start an e-church, I would be a member. And they said, you know, because of what they saw us go through and come out of. And so we started something called EMATS. And so now we actually have members that span all the way from Detroit, Michigan, all the way down into Georgia.
There are a few reminders from the building they left behind, including this flag used during prayer walks.
This symbolizes the unity amongst us.
She hopes that same unity continues as the city moves on after the storm.
The April 15, 2018 tornado damaged just over 1,000 buildings in Guilford County. About 200 suffered major damage or were destroyed. One person died in this storm. The tornado also tracked through parts of Brown Summit, Reedsville, Ruffin, and Danville, Virginia.